Hi everyone, this is Jim Wallace at PurdueBandFan.com doing another interview. I have two freshman students with us. They've been with the Purdue All-American Marching Band now about a month since the beginning of band camp. On the left I have Julia Betts. Julia is a alto sax player, and the right is Peter Kafori. Did I pronounce that correct?
You did, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Peter is a trumpet player in the band. So let me start with Julia. Tell me where home is, what your major is, the high school you went to.
Okay, I'm from a really little town called Havre de Grace in Maryland. It's where the Susquehanna River meets the Chesapeake Bay. And I went to a school in a different town because we had a magnet program. I went to the Science and Math Academy at Aberdeen High School. And my major is entomology, so the study of insects.
I have a lot of little bugs in my kitchen these days. It seems like they're brought in by the food or whatever. I need to have you over tell me how to get rid of these bugs.
Yeah.
What is your major? Oh yeah, I'm sorry, entomology, of course. All right. So Maryland. So you could have gone to the University of Maryland, of course, Big Ten school.
Yeah, I could have, but first of all, they don't have the entomology program. And second of all, I wanted to kind of get a different cultural difference, like I wanted to move away. And,
Get out of town.
Yeah, and I really liked that the school obviously had the entomology program, and also the band was a big factor in.
I did the same thing. I moved out of town when I went to college for the same reasons. It's time to grow up and go away. So you had not seen the band though before?
I actually had not. Just like video clips.
Yeah.
On YouTube or something, but not like in the stadium or anything like that.
But the band was an influence.
Yes, knowing that they had like a big marching band.
Right.
I've always been in a band family. My entire family is very involved with music, and at my school I was a section leader for 2 years, and then became a drum major when I could my senior year. So I knew I really wanted to continue with music, and I liked the fact that. We don't have music majors here, so in some bands you kind of get pushed out by the music majors, but
You do.
But when you're here, you become your own band family, and there's no like pushing out. Everybody's very accepting of everybody else.
Yeah, I understand in schools of music that you have to take marching band for a couple of years. So you'll have students in there that don't really want to be in marching band, but they have to be.
That's not like our band at all.
Not at all, is it? Yeah.
No.
It's a big family.
You don't make it if you don't want to be here.
True. Yeah. How about you, Peter? Where's your home and what's your major? And
Yeah. I'm from the Chicago suburbs, Lisle specifically, if you know where that is. It's around Naperville. It's like half an hour from downtown, really.
Okay.
And I play trumpet. I'm a computer science major here at Purdue. Why I came to Purdue, I'd say really because of the marching band and because of their really robust, engineering STEM majors, computer science specifically. They have a really good program here compared to like some of the other schools I was looking at. And so that's why I'm here. I was originally going to go far away, maybe to Colorado, just for like you guys were saying, like a new location and stuff. It's kind of similar to Chicago here, but their computer science program here and the band is really great. So that's
well, the weather might be the same, but it's much smaller than Chicago.
Right. Yeah. Weather-wise, it's the same, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But,
So
I'm used to it. So
yes, you would be. So had you seen the marching band, the Purdue marching band before?
I had not actually seen them, but I actually have a sibling who went to Northwestern, right, and he was in their band, and I heard all about the Purdue marching band and how they were a lot better than some of the other bands, around here, way better. So I haven't actually seen them, but I've heard a lot about them, even around my hometown. I've been in my community band. Mm-hmm. They've talked about it a lot, actually. So
Peter, when you went to band camp the first day, what was that experience like? Were you nervous? Was it a whole lot to learn real quickly?
It was definitely a whole lot to learn. I had a lot of, coming from a high school marching band to a college band is such a huge change. Like every high school does it differently for the most part, and I actually had like a lot of bad habits from high school that I just kind of carried, throughout high school. That I was trying to break here because the marching style is so different. It's so much more intense, high knees, all that stuff, straight posture. that really wasn't focused on too much in high school. So I was so used to marching one way. And I'm really honored that I made it into this band, quite honestly, because it was really intense, making sure I was thinking about all the new stuff that is really focused on here. So.
Well, how about your experience, Julia, at band camp? That first day, what was that like?
My first day was incredibly overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
I had gone from the drum major of our band to the freshman rookie that didn't know anything. We didn't know the marching style or any of the new commands. Something that was really hard for me was a lot of how they call the commands is the same, but what you do is different. So like, you hear it and you automatically want to do what you did in your high school, and you have to retrain yourself to do what they do here. And it was really nerve-wracking, but something I really, really loved about being here was if you go through an entire week of marching band camp, it can be brutal. Like, it's fun, but it's also brutal. So you weed out the people that don't want to be here.
Yeah, you do.
It's wonderful because I went to a high school, and the thing that I got the most frustrated with was all the people that just didn't want to be there. Like, I'm here because my mom wanted me to be in the band or whatever, and I'm here because I want to be here and because I want to be a part of this, and so is everybody else, and that was a really great change.
I've heard that a lot from freshmen, actually, the same comment, that everyone wants to be here, versus you have a 14-year-old or 15-year-old in a high school band, and here you're the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
There's 21, 22-year-olds in this band that you're competing with, so
Yeah.
it's a different ballgame. Tell me, in band camp, when the returnees got here, what was that experience like? All of a sudden, you're just a freshman, you're alone with the other freshmen and the student leaders, and now you have a whole bunch of veterans.
It was great. To see them march down was really cool because you're thinking, like, that could be me in the future, But it was also nerve-wracking because they kind of go through the audition process, but they got in the band the first time. So now you're like, oh no, now I might not get in. Like, there's so many more people that are so much better than me. I've only had a week of experience, So you're like, oh no. But all of the saxes are really close. So we're like a saxophone family, and everybody's always there for each other. So that was really great. So now you don't have just the only upperclassmen that were there really were our section leaders, and they're being really strict and trying to get us to get through stuff. But now you have the other upperclassmen that are more like becoming more friendly to you because they're like, hey, how are you, and it was really nice. And seeing more of the band family side of it.
So you'll have many more friends because of your band experience than if you were just a student going to classes.
Definitely.
Definitely, very definitely, especially in computer science.
Especially,
and a lot of Calc 1 classes where it's a huge class. You don't really talk to too many people.
Yeah.
So if I wasn't in band, I would not have as many close friends as I already do just in like 5 weeks. So.
And you get to meet upperclassmen too, which is really nice.
Yes.
They have BGR, which is our orientation, but they just meet other freshmen, and you don't necessarily have that much in common with your freshman group. So in the band, you already have stuff in common because you're all in band, and two, there's some upperclassmen that can kind of help you out with stuff.
Especially if they're in your same major, it might be more difficult for your major. But
well, yeah, that's another thing. My major has 11 people this year, and that's a big class. So that just tells you, my opportunity to make friends through that is not very big.
Limited. Yeah.
So being in the marching band is really nice.
Yeah.
I can make friends through other clubs, but it's not as close as the marching band. You're with them every day.
Well, and it's hard work at times, and when you're freezing or hot and sweaty with another group and you're working hard, it creates a bond.
Yeah.
Tell me about Thursday night at band camp. When you went to bed that night, were you pretty sure you were going to make the band?
I was pretty sure I was not going to make the band.
You thought you were not?
I was trying so hard, and I kept getting so mad at myself because I, couldn't remember all of the things they were telling me at once. And when they finally told me, I was actually about to start crying because I really thought that I was not going to make it. And the person that brought me around, she was like, so did you at least have fun? And I'm like, oh no, and I was like about to cry, and then she finally told me I got in. And then I was crying because I was so happy.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't know how much I wanted it at the beginning. Like, I was like, I don't know, like, it might be cool to be in the marching band, and they seem like a really great marching band. But after that week of band camp, like, I really, really want this. And so I was like freaking out.
Who's the first person you called or text?
I put it on my Snapchat story.
Oh, there you go.
So everybody knew.
Everybody knew, yeah.
And all of my friends from band were like, oh, congratulations.
Yeah. That's a nice feeling. How about you, Peter? How about Thursday night in band camp?
Yeah, it kind of, in the beginning, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in the band, like, it'll be fine, right? We're gonna make it, it'll be great. By Thursday, I was actually very sure that I wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah.
Because, like you were talking about with all the upperclassmen that, I don't know which day, Wednesday or Tuesday, coming down, it was really a wake-up call. I was like, wow, like, I need to earn my place in this band, because there are all these people who are really serious about it, and I have to, get up to that level. And so on Thursday, I was pretty sure that I wasn't gonna make it, and when they were making their decisions, right, we were all like put in a room, and they would like, take us one by one into this hallway. They'd actually, for the trumpets, we had to like walk down a few hallways just to get to the specific room. So it was really, really nerve-wracking, I'll be honest. But I was pretty, happily surprised when I found out that I made it, and I'm honored that I did, and it's been really great so far. So.
It is a great honor, and we're running out of time here, but I want to ask you one more question in the interest of being brief. What would you say to somebody watching this video that was thinking about joining the band?
Do it. Definitely try out. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to be a part of it, but I tried, and now I am 110% happy that I did it, because this is my family.
Yeah.
I have so many friends. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's only 1 month. Imagine.
Yeah.
Fast forward a couple of years,
right.
You're going to find that when you graduate, that the friends you have in band will be friends for life.
Yeah.
Not just
definitely
for another month or 2 or 3 or 4. Definitely. Peter, what would you say to people who are on the fence?
I'd say definitely at least audition, because even if I didn't make it this year, I might have auditioned next year, and maybe made it, maybe not. And there are even so many other positions if you don't make it. There's so many different like flag positions and so many volunteer positions, so that you can be involved in the band even if you're not playing an instrument. So definitely be involved in some way, because it is a big one big family. So.
Yeah, it probably bears mentioning there's 383 in the marching band and over 900 students in the department of Purdue Bands and Orchestras. Yeah. So many of them are playing in another music ensemble other than the marching band. Yeah. So there are a lot of other options.
And yeah, there's pep bands, there's other bands, and if you don't make it in, it really isn't the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like for the saxophones, we do a lot of stuff before they make cuts so that we all get to know each other, and I'm still in touch with 2 or 3 other people that did not make it into the marching band, but we still hang out and we still do stuff because like they share the same passion as us, and just because you don't make it in, it's really not the end of the world.
Yeah, but of course they should try.
Oh yeah.
Because you're living testimonial for the fact that you're having the time of your life.
And neither one of us thought we'd make it in, and we did. So you should try. If you're really dedicated, you usually make it in.
Okay, anything else you want to say in wrapping it up? Well,
Go Purdue.
Yeah, boil her up.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in today, and have a nice day.
Thank you.